Good day, everyone, to our fellow cadets, and to our dear professor. This video discussion is for educational use only. Our group is allowing our instructor, Mr. Roldan Ardinas, to use this as an educational material. With no further ado, the objectives of the study is to discuss the history stages of global media and culture, analyze how various media drive various forms of global integration, and explain the dynamic between local and global culture production, and what is the role of media in globalization, and to give the pros and cons of media globalization, and also to answer the question, is there globalization without media, and is media globalization a form of cultural imperialism?
History and stage of global media and culture are complex and intertwined, reflecting the evolution of technology, communication, and societal changes. Here is a simplified overview of key stage in this evolution. So the first one is oral tradition, prehistoric to ancient times. Prior to the development of writing language, cultures relied on oral tradition and transmit knowledge to the future generation. So the second one is written language and manuscripts. Ancient to medieval times. Culture knowledge, religious texts, and historical records were preserved and disseminated thanks to the development of writing language and the production of manuscripts. So the third one is printing press by created by Jonas Gutenberg in the 15th century had a revolutionary impact on both media and culture. It facilitated the distribution of ideas, religion, and scientific knowledge by facilitating the accessibility of books and printed materials. So the fourth one is newspaper and journal. 17th to 18th century, the rise of mass media was heralded by the appearance of newspaper and journal. This periodical delivered news, analysis, and entertainment to a larger leadership influence culture and public opinion. So the fifth one is development of photography in the 19th century made it possible to visualize chronicle culture and event. It was essential to journalism and arts and the documentation of historical events. So the sixth one is advent of motion pictures in the late 19th century changed by the manner that stories were told. Cinema spread over the world, affecting the culture and entertainment. And the seventh one is the early 19th century saw the rise of radio, which provide news, entertainment, and culture programs to listeners all over the world. It significantly influenced the development of popular culture. This phrase illustrates how media and culture have changed from oral tradition to the digital era. Every stage has brought within unique opportunities and difficulties that have changed how society connect.
I'm Decadent Centino Roy Janino, and I'm going to be discussing to you about how various media drive various forms of global integration. So, various forms of media play a crucial role in driving global integration by facilitating communication, promoting cultural exchange, and shaping public opinion. And here is how different media contribute to various forms of global integration. So, the first one is news media. News outlets, both traditional and digital, provide global coverage of events, politics, and economic developments. They help create awareness and understanding of global issues, fostering a sense of interconnectedness among people worldwide. News media also facilitate the dissemination of information across borders, enabling individuals to stay informed about global events and trends. The next one is social media. Social media platforms have revolutionized global integration by connecting individuals across borders. They provide a space for people to share ideas, experiences, and perspectives, breaking down geographical barriers. Social media enables the formation of global networks, collaboration on international projects, and cross cultural dialogue. However, It is important to note that social media can also amplify misinformation and contribute to spreads of divisive narratives. Third one, entertainment media. Movies, TV shows, music, and other forms of entertainment have significant impact on global integration. They have universal appeal and can transcend cultural boundaries, introducing audiences to different cultures, languages, and perspectives. Entertainment media promotes empathy, understanding, and appreciation for diverse cultures, fostering a sense of global interconnectedness. Is the internet and digital technologies. The internet and digital technologies have transformed global integration by enabling instant communication, access to information, and online collaboration. Platforms like video conferencing, online learning, and e commerce facilitate cross border interactions, business transactions, and cultural exchange. Digital technologies have made it easier for individuals and organizations to connect globally, breaking down physical barriers. For the next one, this is going to be short. So, next is advertising and marketing. Global brands use advertising and marketing campaigns to reach audiences worldwide. By promoting their products and services across borders, they create a sense of familiarity and interconnectedness among consumers. Advertising and marketing contribute to the globalization of consumer culture and shape global trends. So, next is journalism and documentaries. Investigative journalism and documentaries play a crucial role in driving global integration. They shed light on global issues, human rights abuses, and social injustices, raising awareness and encouraging activism. Journalism and documentaries provide a platform for marginalized voices and contribute to a more informed and engaged global citizenry. So, lastly, language and communication. Media and culture facilitate language learning and communication across borders. Language learning apps, translation tools, and international collaboration in literature, music, and film enable individuals to connect and engage with people from different linguistic backgrounds. This linguistic exchange enhances global integration by breaking down language barriers.
The dynamic between local and cultural production is a complex and evolving relationship that shapes the way cultures and societies express themselves, interact, and influence each other. This dynamic is driven by a variety of factors including technological advancement, globalization, migration, and cultural exchange. So what is local cultural production? Local cultural production refers to the creation and expression of a culture within a specific geographic, ethnic, or community context. It encompasses traditions, customs, language, art, music, literature, cuisine, and other forms of cultural expressions that are rooted in a particular place or community. Global cultural production, on the other hand, involves the creation and dissemination of culture on a global scale. This can include popular music, blockbuster films, global fashion trends, international cuisine, and digital content that transcends geographical boundaries. So these are the dynamics between the local and global cultural production. The first one is cultural homogenization. Globalization and the spread of mass media have led to a certain degree of cultural homogenization, where global cultural products and trends permeate local cultures. This can sometimes result in the erosion of traditions and the spread of globalized standardized culture. Number two, the cultural hybridization. In contrast to homogenization, cultural hybridization occurs when elements from different local cultures blend to create something new and unique. This can happen when people from different backgrounds come together through migration, trade, or communication, leading to fusion of traditions and practices. Number three, the localization. Localization is a term used to describe the adaptation of global products or ideas to suit local tastes and preferences. Companies and content creators often modify their offerings to resonate with the specific local cultures while maintaining global brand or message. Number 4. The cultural preservation. In response to globalization, Many communities and individuals seek to preserve their local cultures and traditions. Efforts to protect and revitalize indigenous language, craft, and custom are examples of resistance to dominance of the global culture.
So the next one is cultural flows. So cultural flows is the exchange of products and ideas between local and global spheres is often bidirectional. Local cultural elements can gain global recognition, while global trends can be integrated into local context. This constant flow of cultural influences shapes both local and global cultures. So the next one is power dynamics. So the global local dynamics is also influenced by power imbalances. More economically and politically powerful nations often have a greater influence on global cultural production, leading to concerns about cultural imperialism and loss of local identity. So next is technological advancement. The internet and digital media have accelerated the global local cultural dynamic by enabling the rapid sharing of information and cultural products. So, social media platforms and streaming services and online communities facilitate the exchange of ideas and contents across borders. So, the next one is identity and belonging. So, the interplay between local and global culture can shape individual and group identities. People may identify with a mix of local and global cultural elements. This can influence how they perceive themselves and their sense of belonging. The dynamic between local and global cultural production is a multi-phased interplay of forces that can lead to both cultural convergence and divergence. It is a reflection of complex ways in which societies adapt to an increasingly interconnected world while also seeking to preserve their unique cultural heritage.
What is the role of media in globalization? In today's interconnected world, the media is critical molding public opinion, transmitting information, and fostering cultural interaction. It serves as a link between different countries and civilization, allowing ideas and knowledge to spread easily. The media has the ability to influence public opinion on global issues. It can impact how individuals see global events through news reporting and analysis. This can lead to a higher awareness and understanding of global issues like climate change and poverty, which is critical for finding collaborative solutions. The media facilitates the spread of information across borders. News travel faster than ever before because to the growth of digital platforms and social media networks. These enable people from all around the world to learn about various cultures, traditions, and point of view. As a result, it encourages cultural interaction and strengthening global citizenships. The media is critical in holding governments accountable for their worldwide acts. Investigative journalism reveals corruption and human rights violations that would otherwise go undiscovered. It puts pressures on governments to address these issues by shedding attention on them through various types of media, such as film or web articles.
The pros of media globalization include: first is increased access to information and entertainment. People all over the world can now access news, movies, music, and other forms of media from around the globe. This can help people to learn about different cultures and perspectives and to be entertained by a wider variety of content. Second is greater understanding and tolerance. Media globalization can help to promote understanding and tolerance between the different cultures by exposing people to different ways of life. Media can help to break down stereotypes and prejudice. Third is economic opportunities. Media globalization has created new economic opportunities for businesses and individuals. For example, businesses can now reach a global audience with their products and services. Individuals can also find new job opportunities and connect with potential collaborations from all over the world. Fourth is empowerment. Media globalization has given people a platform to express themselves and to share their stories with the world. This can be empowering for individuals and groups, especially those who have been marginalized or silenced in the past.
Cons of media globalization refers to the negative aspects or drawbacks associated with the global spread and integration of media and information. This may include cultural homogenization. Media globalization can lead to the dominance of few global media conglomerates, potentially eroding local and diverse culture by promoting a uniform global cultures. Loss of local content. The emphasis on global content may be reduce the production and availability of local or niche media content. Limited media ownership. Media ownership may become concentrated in the hands of a few powerful corporations, limiting diverse viewpoints and independent journalism. Sensationalism and clickbait. In pursuit the higher rates and wave traffic, media outlets may prioritize sensationalism and clickbait over responsible journalism. Information monopoly. Global media conglomerates may control the flow of information, potentially manipulating public opinion or censoring certain narratives. That's all.
Is there globalization without media? Yes, there can be globalization without media, although the extent and nature of globalization may vary depending on the context and specific aspects of globalization you consider. While the media plays a significant role in facilitating and accelerating globalization, there are several ways in which globalization can occur independently of traditional media channels. 1. Direct interactions. Globalization can occur through direct face-to-face interactions between individuals, businesses, and organizations. People can travel, participate in international conferences, and engage in personal exchanges that promote cultural and economic globalization without relying on media intermediaries. 2. Trade and commerce. Economic globalization can happen through international trade agreements, business partnerships, and supply chain integration. Businesses can establish global networks and engage in cross-border trade without necessarily relying on media for communication. 3. Government and diplomacy. Governments and diplomatic channels can foster globalization by negotiating treaties, alliances, and international agreements. These processes can take place without extensive media involvement, although the media may report on such developments. 4. Cultural exchange. Cultural globalization can occur through direct cultural exchanges, festivals, educational programs, and travel experiences. While the media may help disseminate cultural information, people can still experience and embrace foreign cultures through personal interactions. 5. Travel and tourism. The tourism industry promotes globalization by encouraging people to explore different parts of the world. Travel experiences can expose individuals to new cultures and perspectives, independent of media influence. While media undoubtedly accelerates and amplifies globalization by disseminating information, connecting people, and shaping perceptions. Globalization is not solely dependent on media. It can occur through various channels and activities that involve direct engagement and interaction between individuals, businesses, and nations.
Good day, everyone. I am Adrian Clavi Napoles, and I'm going to report about is the media globalization a form of cultural imperialism? So first, the cultural imperialism and media imperialism are two forms of imperialism. Moreover, the cultural imperialism can take various forms, creating new policies, military actions, attitudes, media, etc. Therefore, it's not inaccurate to say that media imperialism is also a form of cultural imperialism. And the next question is, globalization a form of a cultural imperialism? So, globalization redefined from a radical ideological perspective is the elevation of cultural imperialism, the highest stage of capitalism to a global level of a multiple vested interest that focuses on the deliberate expropriation of the wealth of weaker nations in the interest of the metropolis.